All right, how to identify proper though? I'll try to explain it as quickly as I can. Market conditions, knowing what you can expect and what you can't, right? On Q1 of the year, right? This is such a hard pill to swallow. This is such a hard pill to swallow, but when you all realize this, you all will realize this, but it's gonna take. If y'all are new, if what I'm saying, if y'all already don't know what I'm saying, that means you all haven't realized it, but you will realize it next year because I said this. I'm like showing this in real time, right? Q1 and Q2 is boring. Q3 is where all the money is made, right? I always say this. What do I always say? What I always say is don't lose money in week one, right? Or don't get into drawdown in week one. Because if you are already in drawdown, right, it doesn't matter if you are minus 9% on your funded account, or it could be even minus 1%, right? This is not good for your mental on week 2 and week 3, because week 2 and week 3 is where the money is made, right? But you're going to week 2 and week 3, it doesn't matter how good of a trader you are, right? People say, it doesn't affect me, it doesn't do that and all. But trust me, right? Let's say you're let's say you lost a trade on the first week and you're negative 2%, it will affect your analysis, right? You might see a good trade, but you might doubt yourself because of the loss you took last week, or whatever it is. Obviously, if it's a win, maybe it doesn't really matter actually if it's a win. But my whole thing is you don't lose money on week one, because week two and week three is where the money is made, and week four is a bit easy to trade. Week one is just the shittiest week. But this week, I'm not gonna lie, this week Monday and Tuesday has been way too clean. So clean. I've not seen price action this clean in probably 3 months. But the only thing is there were no trades from on my model, so it doesn't matter to me. Right? Don't lose money in week one, right? Week one in the sense Q1 as well. Everything comes back to the whole fractal point of view, right? Like I said, week three you all will see so many free trades, right? You all will see week not week three, my bad. Q3, right? Quarter three, you all will start seeing every expansion is London low of day, right? Is that clean, right? When I say every, it's not every, but most of them, right? Like 7 out of 10 expansions would be London low of day, right? When it comes to NQ, it might be New York low of day, right? When it comes to Euro, it might be London low of day every single time. It's that clean, and once you enter, it doesn't fuck around, it just goes, right? So holding those trades are a walk in a park, right? It's not that hard. So that's what I'm saying. Week three is where the Q3 is where the money is made, but same scenario in the weeks as well. Week one, week two, week three, and week four. That's the month, right? So time is the most important thing when it comes to buyers. Everything I do, time comes first. Time meaning which week of the month are we in? Right? Is it week one? Is it week two? Is it week three? Or is it week four? Right? So let's say we are trying to catch this reversal. Or let's say this is your higher time frame key, right? How do you know that it's going to reverse from here without us getting 50-minute or 30-minute change in order flow by using time, right? This could be week 2 of the month, right? Because week 2 is where manipulation occurs. Or it could be a Tuesday, because on expansion weeks, Tuesday and Wednesday is likely to create the high of week or low of week, right? Or it could be a Monday range model, or it could be it could be anything, right? My whole point is that time is confirming me that it's gonna be, it could be, or it has the potential to be high or low of week. In this scenario, it's gonna be the high of week before getting a change in order flow, right? A change in order flow is important, but before getting that, that's what time tells me whether it has the potential to be high or low week. Same scenario, it could give me the green light for me to confirm whether it's gonna be the high or low of day as well, right? Same scenario. So this should be time, but first things first, which week are we in, right? That can give you an idea on market conditions as well. That's why I said we are in Q1. It's not going to be as clean, right? Even week 2 and week 3 is not going to be like really clean, especially on NQ. We have seen how bad it is. Especially, I think I'm pretty sure we have Trump speaks as well today, right? Trump speaking has ruined NQ. Nah, I won't say ruined, but that just made things a bit hard. I guess we all can agree on that, and that is important, right? Which week of the month are we in, right? Also, which month of the year are we in is as important as well, but that all comes down to market conditions. Secondly, higher time frame order flow. Okay, this looks like only fan, so I'm gonna say ODF. No, just say right. Higher time frame order flow. Right? Are we breaking highs and rejecting lows? Breaking highs and rejecting lows? Or are we rejecting highs and breaking lows? That's important as well. And then finding out pending liquidity. I don't think I've talked about this publicly, but pending liquidity is what I showed on Dixie probably like 15 minutes ago. Pending liquidity is basically a one tap, right? Let's say there's a key level in here. Inside the key level, low below it. This is pending liquidity because this is a one tap, right? What is a one tap is when a key level gets tapped only once. These are not protected lows, these are weak lows and weak highs, right? Protected become when it comes back and we turtle soup this, and we turtle soup with time, right? Time needs to be perfect as well. This becomes a protected low. This is where we enter, right? So all of my trades, right, there are two ways the market moves, like this, or like this, right? This is where all the dumb money enter. This is where smart money, and this is where I enter. Don't see the difference? Yes or no? What's the difference? If I'm scalping, which time frame is best to look at the market? I wouldn't go lower than 15, maybe 5 on NQ, but on other assets, 5 is not gonna work either, right? So this is important, and all this is pending liquidity, right? Once we do this, this is a protected low or a high, in this case a low. So I don't want price to come back to this. Let's say we change in order flow in here. Now I don't want price to take this low again, but if it does, this could be a true breakout, and we could potentially see a break in all these lows now because we switched order flow, higher time frame order flow from bullish to bearish. What are all these notifications? Oh yeah, if this dumps from here, bro, it's gonna be insane. Does Chevsky set the highs? No way. Yeah, kinda. Anyways, right? Higher time frame order flow or order flow. That's important as well. And then narrative and logic. Right? You can just call price just using narrative and logic. Right? Narrative in the sense, is this a Monday range play? Right? Is this a Monday range play, or is this, or do we have any high impact news drivers this week? Right? Maybe CPI, maybe FMC, right? If you're trading NQ, maybe earnings as well, right? Maybe there is Nvidia earnings dropping this week, right? So you all have to play your cards right? Knowing that, you need to look at market conditions as well. I've said this before. Whenever there is a big like a huge company earnings dropping on NQ, I hate trading that day. I think last week was it Nvidia? I don't remember what it was. There was some earnings drop, and that day was so bad. Trading that day was so cooked, right? When you talk about predictor highs and lows, you mean a high of low with SMT, right? No, I don't care about SMT. Protected high. There's the thing is there will always be SMT, right? In every swing high or low, there will always be SMT. But I'm not talking about SMT, right? Just because there's a SMT at these does not make it a protected low, right? A protected low is stepping into this key level, respecting this key level, turtle soup in these early participants, right? These are the early participants that go stopped out with proper time, right? Time in the sense my whether it's 3 a.m., whether it was 8:30 news driver, whether it was a 9 a.m. model. All this might be a bit hard if you all are in the beginning stages, right? But you always just get it once you all tune up for a lot of live streams, because I can't explain everything on one go, right? So yeah, that's that. So narrative and logic, right? Whether this is a Monday range model, whether it's gonna be a 3 candle model, right? A daily 3 candle where Tuesday creates the low of day and Wednesday. So let's say this was Monday and this was Monday range model and this was Tuesday. We wick the low and we close back inside. Now, right? The next day, I would like to be bullish on that day as well. Maybe we tap into Monday's high, right? Not reading any price action, right? But what would be the confluence on this? Maybe the confluence is that on the daily or the weekly we are bullish, right? Or we have a pending liquidity somewhere in here, right? We have a pending liquidity in here, right? That would make me more bullish. Or maybe there's a weekly or a monthly Fiji that we never tapped, right? IRL, ERL, the same, kind of similar as well, but it's different. But and then key levels and highs and lows, right? Key levels and highs and lows. These will show me order flow or show me direction, right? So not order flow, but this will show me direction. Are we turtle soup in this? So let's say now I have all this in place. Now key levels and highs and lows will tell me the story, right? So let's say what the fuck, right? Let's say everything is in place. Now we have this with key levels. I know, and now these lows will tell me what the story is gonna be. Are we? This is low that takes a high, right? So are we displacing through this, or are we turtle soup in this, right? Now this will tell me the story. That's just pretty much how I look at all, right? It's just one thing, but there's more to it, right? It's a lot. I don't think FX replay is gonna work at all, right? I genuinely think FX replay is so bullshit. Uh, it's so bullshit because first of all, a lot of people does in FX replay is just pattern trade like IFVGs or some sort of fucking entry model, which is so dumb, which never works because you always need narrative and logic in place, and it's so hard to find narrative and logic in FX3. It's the hardest thing in the world. Like I don't think Larry Williams can get 3 winning trades in a row in FX3 play. Genuinely don't think, right? And what works is just looking at the chart's lifetime and journaling your trades, right? Everyone who's new, watch how to journal, right? Did I? Yeah, there's a journal tab, right? Watch that. That could easily change your life, right? Because it's not the normal journaling kind of way that I teach. I teach something totally different. Journaling the good days. That's what I teach. Right? I don't preach this journaling your losses and shit, but that doesn't fucking matter. Right? A trader can take. There are people who takes like 60 trades per day. Do you think him journaling all those 60 trades are gonna make him a better trader? Do y'all actually think that? You'll have to be a retard if you think. Let's say I'm scalping the NQ charts, right? Also, I should have mind taking maybe a continuation play. Do you have FEG? Yeah. Okay, let's say I took 60 trades today, right? Let's say I took a long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short. 60 trades. Do you think me journaling, right? I could journal for 50 years straight. Do you think it's gonna help me at all? Do you think it's gonna help me one bit? If I'm taking 60 trades per day, I literally have no edge. I literally have no system in place. What you all have to remember is this is the casino, right? Right. This is the biggest casino in the world. You put money on black, and if you win, you get the fuck out of that place. Right? The house always wins. Right? That's why the less is more is a real thing in trading. What market conditions make you not take any setup like Q1 plus no news or not clearer? What do you mean Q1? I've taken so many trades in it doesn't make me no, y'all are getting the wrong point, right? Just because it's quarter one or just because it's week one does not make me not take a trade. But it's just I'm gonna be more careful and I'm not gonna expect a lot. Right? Let's say I took a long on EU on week 3, right? But I'm gonna expect it to distribute the whole week, right? Let's say I catch that trade on Tuesday. I'm gonna expect that Tuesday trade to run the whole week, but I'm not gonna expect that on NFP week, right? Like, so it's just knowing market conditions. It's the same thing with NQ. I've showed a lot of trades this year on NQ. I don't think any of them were OSOX. I'm pretty sure on NQ every trade I have taken was a scalp. Was it not? Because I genuinely don't see any OSOX on NQ. I think the market is fucked. It doesn't respect time at all. That's why I've been heavily on FX, and I love FX because it works perfectly. Like, way too good. Like, it's way too good because, as I talked about, this Sunday source call or last Sunday source call, like the accounts you all have, right? You all are taking so many trades because you all don't have enough funded accounts, or you all don't have enough accounts, I guess, right? Or a proper account or live account, whatever it is. But once you do, right? Listen to this. It only takes one good trade per per week to make or break that week, right? So why are focusing on like taking a trade every single day if it only takes one good trade to make or break that week, right? And the same thing with the month as well. It only takes one good week to make or break that month, right? All the money is being made on 1 week. Trust me, most of the money is being made on 1 week. It could be week 1 for y'all, it could be week 3 for y'all, week 4, it doesn't matter. But my whole point is that just once accumulate. Now taking a look at this. This is intermediate high as well. Like I said, I still I still have my initial pending liquidity, right? But it doesn't make sense to go back to this high and go lower if this, because it doesn't make sense to come back all the way to this high and then go lower. Actually, it makes more sense to go lower from here, but this is still pending liquidity. I'm not gonna take trades unless I see a reaction from this. Oh, because this, see, this is a chef's kiss, right? I really don't like fading chef's kiss, to be honest. So if we just keep on going higher, it doesn't even need to go higher or lower. Even if we stay inside this range, I'm losing, right? So I'll be really careful now. Mainly because the weekly dollar on EU was met, not the weekly dollar on Dixie, but let's see. But I would love to take, if I'm gonna take a trade, right? Because I don't force any trades. Trades come to me. I would like to take a trade on some exotic, not really. Oh, we dumped it a lot, but I don't like this, right? Because I know GU and GJ, bro. It just takes these kind of lows and pumps all the way back to these highs. That's just how it trades. And last week it was so bad. I don't even count this. Which is so bad. Look at how bad it was on the daily last week. Do you recommend to trade FX on Top Step, or should I just open a new account with another FX broker? Don't open brokers. Just buy a small account on a prop firm. Yeah, just buy an account on, I don't know. I'm not promoting any prop firm, bro. Y'all, like, I'm not gonna be, because especially on FX prop firms, they do scam y'all. Like they do a lot of scamming, right? Especially if it's a big account, and like if the payout is maybe more than like 5K, maybe even 3K, I don't fucking know. You gotta make sure that you buy a really good prop firm, right? Because trust me, it sucks. Why it sucks is that it doesn't even suck if, let's say, hypothetically, your top step payout you don't get it. It doesn't even suck on futures, because you don't spend that much time on futures, right? MFFU, let's say you pass it in a day, and then you get a payout in 5 days. Like, yeah, you spent 5 days, and yeah, it was a bit of work, but dude, FX, it takes a really long time to pass those accounts and get a payout as well, because you need to wait 14 days in most of these prop firms. It takes like a month, right, to get all of this, and it sucks if your payout gets, like, if they don't pay you out, and if they come up with some stupid rules, just not pay you out. Trust me, I know. The same shit happened to us with fucking, what was that? FTT, FTX. I don't even remember. Honestly, I don't even care. I already have a top step account for futures, but if I want to also take FXA, you think it is a good on it's good on top step? I actually have not taken a trade on top step, like when it comes to FX. So I really don't know. I know they have it, and I know every prop firm, every futures prop have FX futures, but I just have not taken it on top step because I only use top step and my MFFU, all that to just trade in Q. As is it as? I probably can't risk that much. FXG, what was you bought a account recent, right? What was the firm? Is it FTMO? I mean, FTMO will always pay you out. Or Alpha Capital. Alpha Capital is such a scam, but they would pay you out unless like the unless you are a no, like unless the payout is like more than 10k. Do they have profs for crypto? Or they do. Trust me, they do. And those prof firms are insane. Now, Fundy Pips is good. The funniest part is they are not sketchy though. Like they are pretty they're not that bad, you know.